Hi everyone, and welcome to our weekly YouTube video. This is Gianni with MMA Cycles, and I'm here with my dear friend and colleague Ray Merriman, and we are coming to you live from the MMTA Investment Retreat. So we have all of our students here behind the camera, and we are here in Troy, Michigan, just reviewing the markets. Markets had a pretty good week. The Dow fell to make a low on Tuesday, which was in a time band that we were actually looking for a low. It was in a high solar lunar weighted value period, and we rallied into a high to pretty much end the week. So we have 10 minutes before the market closes. So stocks are looking a little bit better, not out of the woods yet, but we will be updating subscribers to the monthly MMA Monthly Cycles Report set to come out on Monday and Tuesday. So if you want to know what our stance in the market is going into the back half of September, we'd encourage you to check that out, especially since Mercury is going retrograde today. So is this a fake move? Is the Mercury retrograde playing its trickster tricks on us, or is this was the move down the initial fake move? So Ray, any thoughts on what stocks are doing right now?
Well, as you know, they're making a new high. We had a gap up today. I think we're going to have what we call a bullish crossover zone. I am concerned about next week because not only is Mercury turning retrograde now, but it's turning retrograde in air, which has a history of being highs. And next week's lunar positions, Aries and Taurus, are usually not so good. They're usually not so bullish. So I would think we're going to go sideways, maybe to a little bit down. But then we get to late Taurus on Thursday, Gemini on Friday. That's going to be the key. You know, if we close, if we can get a rally into that, this rally can keep going. If not, that means this Mercury retrograde period could be the high. Then we got to watch out for the midpoint of Mercury retrograde, which is September 20th to 22nd.
So a couple other big moves in markets this week. We had Venus ingress into the sign of Virgo, and we saw the dollar make a high. So the dollar's in a very strong bullish trend. But it is a little overbought in the short term, so we'll see if we get a little bit of a corrective decline here. But that could actually turn into a tailwind for stocks. And our sights are also on crude oil, which fell to new lows this week, but also caught a nice bid here on Friday. And it's pretty interesting what's happening there because you have crude oil falling together with T-notes, which is highly unusual. Usually you see them move in opposite directions. So usually that means we're at or near a key turning point in markets, and we know that we're in one of the most intense geocosmic periods of the year. It's not going to show up in an ephemeris, but you have Saturn in its last square with Uranus, and we also have the semi-square with Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus as well. So a very intense period for outer planets right now, and so we have to keep an eye on these markets. Bitcoin and Ethereum catching a little bit of a rally here on Friday, but still have some issues. We're going to be covering those markets in greater detail throughout the rest of this weekend. So if you want to know what we're talking about in person, you will be able to purchase these recordings online. So Ray, any other markets that are on your radar going into next week?
The one that you mentioned, I think, is probably the most important next to the stock market, and that's crude oil.
Crude oil,
You got the Sun opposite Jupiter coming up, involving in Pisces and Virgo. Plus you got the Jupiter making the double semi-square to Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, Sun opposite Jupiter. All that is very important for crude oil. So I think that's a market we're going to watch very, very closely. And before I leave, I want to also say thank you to all of you who actually made it here physically. I think we got, 16, 20 people here physically. And also all of you online with us today. I think we got close to 50 people online. So thank you for supporting this, and I hope this is a great experience for you as it is for us to present to you.
Indeed. One last comment I want to make. Ray, silver hit a new low, but gold did not.
Yeah.
And so the cycles didn't exactly add up. You're going to talk about it in the monthly cycles report next week. But potential key turning point here?
Yeah, that would be an indication you should get at least a 3 to 13 day sharp rally.
Okay.
I think we're starting it.
Yeah. Very good. So that's all we had for today. Short video because we're busy with our students and attendees to the Merriman Market Timing Retreat here. So thanks again for watching. Check us out at www.mmacycles.com, and we'll be back next week in my normal location. Thank you.
Thank you.